Come, gather round and listen to the legend of the Space Viking, aka the God of Thunder, aka Thor Odinson.
You gotta love Christian Bale in his opening. It kinda makes the audience believe it'll be a halfway decent movie.
No, sorry. There's no eternal reward for you, dog!
Come, gather round and listen to the legend of the Space Viking, aka Thor Odinson.
You know, this is supposed to be looked at as an entertaining moment with Korg telling the story, but in reality, it comes off as weak exposition and storytelling. I mean, if they didn't put so many unfunny and unnecessary jokes in this movie, this exposition could have been done better. Plus, this is the fourth film, so why are we still getting footage of Thor as a kid or a baby?
But just because he was done loving didn't mean he was done fighting. He teamed up with the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Damn, Taika really brought the Guardians of the Galaxy into this bullshit and basically wasted an appearance.
Hello, everybody!
Well, look who it is!
How are we doing, guys?
Terrible!
Is it me, or does this whole scene lack any type of authenticity? From the non-funny jokes to the setting. I mean, I know this movie's trying to tell me they're on a planet fighting, but all I really see is them in a green screen studio delivering lines.
And now it is time for me to pass on to the spirit realm.
Taika. So you want to basically bring back Matt Damon and Luke Hemsworth to basically do the same thing from Thor Ragnarok?
Thor Ragnarok was a good film, and I felt it was going to be very hard to top that.
Okay. You think the same joke will be funny a second time?
It's great.
It doesn't make any sense, but I love it.
Kevin, you okay with this?
Absolutely. I trust Taika completely. The data says the jokes in this movie will be better received than the jokes in Thor Ragnarok. I personally couldn't stop laughing. Ha, 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 ha.
Oh, okay.
Why is Jane worthy now? Is it just because she has cancer and has had contact with the hammer before? I mean, does the movie explain it? No, I'm like, serious question, because I kind of stopped paying attention. I mean, the characters aren't terrible, they're just not great. Chris Hemsworth is alright as Thor, but the jokes in the movie really hinder this character.
About the temple.
I don't want to talk about the temple.
I know, but if we were to talk about it, I think it's important to...
It's making me
life,
sad.
Material objects.
And mad.
Okay, I'll stop talking. That's why I keep everyone at arm's length. You've grown too attached, damn it. I knew this would happen. You must go.
And Natalie Portman isn't bad, even though the cancer is out of nowhere. And I'm not sure how she became Thor. And Christian Bale is probably the best thing about this movie, but he's not in it enough. And the jokes throughout the movie actually does his performance a disservice. So with that, the movie earns a 0.7 out of 1.0 for actors and acting.
I've been hunting a madman. I followed him here, but it was a trap.
Who is this madman?
The God Butcher is coming.
Phew! Thank God he left you alive so he can tell Thor where he was going next, even though his purpose is to, kill all gods. Shit, I was actually worried he would actually be good at his job. This scene is in a bad category because aside from the whole talking in the middle of the battle for jokes thing, this scene also wastes any opportunity of any type of god butchering because Gore summons monsters for something he probably could have did himself.
Come on. Jane?
Whoa. Did they really stop the action in this scene, even though it was mediocre, to give us a flashback scene with Thor and Jane?
Let me tell you the legend of Thor and Jane.
Son of a b.
And you know this is going to hurt.
Dude, just fucking kill him.
Hey guys, I think there's a problem. I only have 2 pages for the script. Where's the other ones?
I detect no error. The amount of pages are accurate.
Tycho, what is Kevin talking about?
We just improvised the whole film.
So, what about everything else?
We've decided to fill the rest of the movie with jokes.
It's great.
It doesn't make any sense, but I love it.
So, Christian Bale is only going to have like 4 lines? Like, Christian Bale is like a really good actor. You don't think you're just going to be wasting him?
I really wanted this film to be different to Thor Ragnarok.
Okay.
So where do you take a character like that? Then we realised what you least expect from Thor, or what you least expect that you're going to want to see, is Thor going through a midlife crisis.
Genius, do you agree?
It's great.
It doesn't make any sense, but I love it.
You know, this scene would get a point in the good category if the tone shifts throughout the movie weren't so drastic. I mean, it goes from funny to serious to funny to funny to scary to funny to scary. So that's why this scene will go in the bad category. Taika misses the ball tonally throughout the movie, as it helps with the directing only being average. Taika does take a couple shots from the comic and apply it in the movie well, but most of the shots in the movie look like there was obvious green screen in the background. So with that, the movie earns 0.5 out of 1.0 for directing.
They're the cloaks of the emotion gods.
Where are the emotion gods?
Don't ask.
The constant comedy and plot conveniences in this movie makes me feel like there's no real weight or consequences. I mean, yeah, they learn about the eternity shit in this scene, but we all know he's not gonna actually accomplish his goal. Come on now. So on top of the jokes barely being funny, is this really enjoyable?
They're not here.
This scene in black and white actually looks good visually. The visuals and the stunts throughout the movie aren't perfect though, as there's still moments where there's obvious CGI used, from baby Thor to other little things throughout the movie. So with that, the movie earns a 0.4 out of 0.5 for visuals and stunts.
You want to tell me why you just threw Stormbreaker out the window?
He needs it to open the gates of eternity.
If he really needed the axe the whole time, why the hell didn't he take it the first chance he got? I mean, his plan could have been completed by now. And this is why the plot and the story is in the bad category as well. Aside from not having Christian Bale in it enough, the movie sacrifices quality of the plot and the story by replacing a lot of it with jokes. And there's numerous plot conveniences helping the plot and the story end up being below average. So with that, the movie earns a 0.4 out of 1.0 for plot and story. This scene isn't terrible, even though we don't need the CGI monster, but this scene is in a bad category because shouldn't this be like easy work for Gore? I mean, aren't they like in the Shadow Realm or some shit where like he's more powerful, I guess?
Hang on, he moves through shadows and he's going to the Shadow Realm. It seems like that's where he's going to be the most powerful.
You know, which is the reason why they went to Zeus in the first place? Yeah, whatever, movie. Yep, I kind of figured it was that easy.
All you have to do is destroy that sword. It's his source of power. He won't survive long without it.
Wait, why wasn't that the plan in the beginning? I mean, yeah, you were worried about the kids because of the Shadow Realm or some shit, but again, that didn't really seem to matter. Is there a reason why Gore still has the kids with him? I mean, does he really need the kids here? Oh no, but the movie does because the audience needs another CGI battle, huh? And this is why the action in the movie is in the bad category. The action throughout the movie ends up being pretty average, as most of the action is just cliche CGI battles, and the constant comedic dialogue doesn't make it any more compelling. So with that, the movie earns a 0.3 out of 0.5 for action. Look, I get this is for the kids watching and all, and but come the on. I mean, if the movie would have shown the kids at least training at some point during the beginning, you know, maybe in place of this repetitive play, then maybe this scene would have been more believable and would have paid off more. You know, if she could have done this the whole time, why is she just doing it now? I mean, I feel it's a legit question because she just learned her powers like yesterday. Okay, so if the editing of the movie remains a 0.3 out of 0.3 and the insignificance of the score leaves it with a 0.0 out of 0.2, then we have all the numbers. So let's add them up.
So the movie ends up with a 2.6 out of 4.5, and that gives it a B minus rating. In conclusion, the bad outweighs the good in the movie with a total of 16. And with the bad meter taking control, that brings the total percentage of the bad in the movie to 67%. So now that we have the numbers, it's time for the movie to check out its report card.
It's stage 4. I have like, how many stages? 4.
Have you done all you can?
No, I will die a warrior's death. Stories will be told of this day.
Live and tell those stories yourself. You survived.
Oh, shit.
Killed a couple of low-level gods. Boo-hoo.
And you are an old man and a fool!
You cannot come to the orgy.
I want to be on the team. Has it got a name?
Yeah, it's called the Revenges.